you definitely were right about that. That's for sure. Because that fellow that told me about the horse trading, going from the Aserai and buying all that stuff, buying all the horses, and then literally coming up here and selling them for such a significant profit. It is amazing. Hello and welcome back to the Ironman challenge, and we are now back in Aserai territory. I felt like it was about time that we headed back down here, and well, I did want to head up to Epicrotia if you remember, but I think we can leave that and put that off for a little bit of time at least, just so that we could take advantage of the various good deals that are going on right now. It's not Black Friday, that's for sure. It is certainly not that, but it is almost there. Almost. Anyway, we're getting a bunch of dates, as you can see. A bunch of dates and a bunch of salt. And I can sell both of these trade goods at 5k on for a pretty significant profit, which I am very much looking forward to. And I think what I'm actually going to be doing as well is I think I might start selling the weapons that I gain from tasks, because as it stands right now, it feels to me like it is basically pointless for me to lug all these weapons around all the time, because the smithy energy is just not enough. I just can't get all of those weapons out of my inventory in a suitable time span. And as I'm doing that, as I'm smelting these things down, it just doesn't make any sense for me to stand there and then wait for some time for the energy to replenish. If the energy restored itself by me just walking around and everything, I would be very pleased about that, of course, but it doesn't. It doesn't restore itself when it does, when I'm just running around or whatever. So there's a little bit of a difference there. I think someone actually mentioned that the developers should leave the energy how it is, because otherwise it would be a more boring and laborious process just to, sit there and smelt all day. However, that's the thing. That's exactly the reason why I said maybe it would be an idea to switch it up a little bit. Obviously, I'm not including the fact that you can use companions' energy at the same time. Someone else also mentioned that, I believe, on a previous episode. And that's true. That's very true. It is definitely something I'm not taking into account, or wasn't taking into account beforehand, and it is assuredly gonna actually make a difference in your effectiveness when it comes to smithing. But the point is, the main reason why I say that it should be increased is just literally so that it is indeed less boring. I know, it's weird, right? I want a game to be less tedious, less boring, because if you have more energy, you're going to be able to smelt all these weapons in, 2 sittings maybe? Maybe if they double it to 200 or so, then you could probably get all of these weapons out of your inventory in 2 sittings rather than, 4 as it may be now. And then you're not sitting in one town for a significant amount of time. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe you'd like to sit there for a lot longer. I don't know. But, that's just my own thoughts on it. I'm actually going to buy this oil. Look at the price on this thing. Ooh, I'm liking it. Very nice. And the dates are also selling for a very nice profit too. Unfortunately, I am getting close to my inventory capacity, as you can see right there. And I am going to need more horses, by the way. Yeah, I am actually going to need more horses, because I am taking on additional units. These guys are absolutely awful, so I will be selling them to the tavern. There we go. I could actually get this guy to join me if I wanted to. Maybe it would be an idea. Why not? Why not? Let's just let's get him. Let's get him. And what we're gonna do actually is get a caravan up and running, and I'm going to literally just pay 10,000 because I already have a pretty good amount of cash, and getting another caravan up and running would probably be quite useful, and I'm not entirely sure when I'm even going to be in the area of Epicrotia, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. I think I I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do this without having... No, I think I can still do it. Another 5, maybe? Yeah, I think it's gone back up. That's nice. Okay, so maybe we can get some sumpter horses now, maybe? That's still looking good. That is still looking good. I'm actually amazed. Herd capacity, herd deficit is not affecting us just yet. There, now it's starting to affect us. Okay, so now I can basically just stop, and then we can move on. Alright, that is great. So we've improved our inventory capacity. I've gained some units, bear that in mind. I think I might be buying, or shall we say recruiting, some more units as well. I do need to go to Phykeon though, and Phykeon is all the way over there. It's a pretty far distance, and I'm a little bit worried actually, a little bit worried about that. I think what I'll do is we'll probably try to do some battles here. I don't know whether it's really worth me going in against these looters now in a manual sense, because while I can still be killed technically. These guys, they're still effective enough to be able to deal damage to us, and obviously my armor, which a couple of you have rightly mentioned that it does need to be it does need to be upgraded. Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. Unfortunately, I just have not had that on my mind. The only thing that's been on my mind is trying to make as much money as possible, and well, investing in armor is just not a priority, although it surely should be. That's the point, it surely should be. Alright, let's get out my bow here. Might try to level up my bow skill a little bit. What? I thought that hit. Okay, apparently not. Oh well. My forest bandits and my palatine guards will no doubt see fit to... Ow. Well, yes, they will indeed see fit to absolutely slaughter everyone in the area. Perfectly fine with me, but yeah, a little bit disappointing to those of us that would like to get some bow skill. And speaking of that, I believe someone... what did someone say again? They said something like getting a weapon, like a good dueling weapon. That's it. Ah, yes, I seem to remember what it is now. And I think I might be able to get one. There it is. It is indeed a Morning Star. I think it would be very cool if I would be able to... The problem is, I kind of wanted to continue using a bow. That is the main reason why I haven't seen fit to sort of get like a one-handed or anything like that. You know what? Okay. Let's do something a little bit here. Okay, so I'm going to sell all this stuff for 1,000, and that means that I'll be able to buy the Morning Star for pretty much 300 gold. I'm happy with that. I am pretty much happy with that, and I can also sell some of this stuff too. Is there anything here? No upgrades, nothing else. Okay, so yeah, that is going to come with me. And this weapon, I think, is probably going to be joining us in situations like bandit hideouts and maybe fights that I believe are going to be somewhat tough, and maybe ones where I think my horse is going to perish or something along those lines. That would probably make the most sense, because having a backup weapon is definitely going to make a difference, especially considering my spear is awful. It is just real terrible, and I haven't upgraded it since I started the game, but we will be attempting to do all of those things in due time. Yes, we must be patient about these things, because making the monies takes time as well. You need to take a little bit of time over these things. Alright, so let's go back to Phykeon and see how much we make. Oh. It seems like one of our caravans is now being attacked, which I do not appreciate one bit, thank you very much. I'd love to fight these forest bandits. Do you think I could do it? Do you think I can win against the forest bandits? I'm a little bit dubious. They only have one forest bandit itself. Technically, specifically, they only have one forest bandit. That would be the thing that I would be the most afraid of. And they are indeed bringing some friends to join us. Alright. let's get ready to rumble then, shall we? I'm pretty interested to see how we do here, because I think in general, now that I have a slightly larger army, we should be able to start taking these guys on. And let's see what we can do here. Okay, so this, yeah, we're gonna just place them around here. There's a cavalry unit. Oh, nice. That was some good damage. Okay. Oh. He got murdered. He absolutely got murdered. That was fantastic. Okay, so these guys, unfortunately, the infantry that I have at the moment, they don't have any shields. So it is more than likely they're going to get, well, destroyed in many different ways. But hopefully my own archers will be able to prevail in the archer versus archer battle that will ensue very soon. Get him! Ah, no, never mind. It doesn't matter whether he got him or not, but Barney has leveled up. And I think... Oh, did I just kill someone with my horse? Yes. Indeed. 1 damage. Yes. He had a literal 1 HP. I'm extremely surprised about that. Okay, let's tell everyone to charge in. And do bear in mind, by the way, that if archers are charging, they will not switch to their melee weapons unless there is an enemy within range. What they'll do is they will move into effective range, and then they'll start firing again. Unless, obviously, as I've said, there is an enemy right there for them to slaughter, or for them to be slaughtered by, of course. That might very well happen as well. But there you go, 2.5 renown, pretty good, and 1.7 morale. Ooh, yes, I'm liking this. Yeah, okay, so this is turning into a bit of a weird situation, because on the one hand, this is quite obviously not a bandit playthrough by any means. I would have raided many villages so far if it was, but it is turning out to be a series where I'm using more bandit units than I ever have before, with the exception of the Bannerlord specific series itself, and obviously that was due to a mod that I was able to do that. So there's that, you know, that's pretty significant. That's pretty significant. I'm going to be attempting to recruit this forest bandit, freebooters, and bushwhacker as soon as I possibly can. What does this looter level up into, by the way? Oh, they level up into Imperial Infantryman. That is basically useless because, as far as I'm aware, we can't do that. I think I'm actually not sure what is going on with that. I think that any bandit leveling up into a regular unit is disabled at the moment. Okay, so what else do we have? Manual laborers. Okay, so that means obviously that they want prisoners, which is actually good. If I didn't want to recruit these guys into my army, then I'd probably be able to complete this task instantly. However, that is definitely something that I would like to avoid at the moment. I'd love to be able to keep these prisoners around, at least until I am, you know, satisfied with how many I have in my army and so on. But just look at this. Look at the prices of all of the things that we bought in Aserai territory. The salt is doing fantastically. The oil is great. I bought all the oil that I could at the town. And these are going to diminish very fast. But you could see here, look at that, 1200. We can sell the dates. These are going to diminish relatively quickly too. But I bought most of these for between 17 and 19 gold each. So you can see here how much this is actually getting us. And the salt itself as well is significant too. Just look at that. And I think, yeah, I bought that at Erasich for 15, which is insanity. Because even up until the very end there, I was selling it for over double the amount. Oh, it's so great. Okay, we're also going to be selling the wrought iron here, even though this is pretty normal pricing for this, but I'm just kind of wanting to get it out of my inventory for the moment. And there's another 6,200 for us, which is amazing. Let's sell the remaining little bit of that. We won't sell any weapons right now, just in case I want to do some smelting, but there you go. Look at how much trade skill we just gained. That's probably the most trade skill we've gained in quite some time. And that was all thanks to the Aserai and their wonderful territories having some rather exotic materials. Yeah, especially for 5k on. Okay, so let's have a look here. Your workshops gather trade rumors, 15% decrease in sell price penalty for animals. Okay, not entirely sure about that. And then we also have traveling rumors. Your caravans gather trade rumors, 15% decrease in buy price penalty from villages. Okay. Personally, I much prefer having the caravans gather trade rumors because caravans are more likely to go to, well, all kinds of different places instead of the workshops, which will just gather trade rumors from that one town. That's as far as I am aware what it does, obviously, but the second part of the perk also is more intriguing to me about decreasing the buy price penalty from villages rather than animals, because I don't actually deal in animals that much, even though someone did mention in the comments that there is a very lucrative trade route. I believe you can buy horses. Yes, you can buy horses down in Aserai territory, and I'm talking about desert horses here, I think. At least if I can remember your comment accurately enough. And you can buy them in Askar and Iakis for a decent amount. And then you can sell them either north in Sanala. It's a little bit variable on this, of course. But you can either go straight north to Sanala, or you can go all the way up into, I think it is... I think it's Empire territory? I could be getting that wrong. But whatever the case, thank you very much for that. And thank you to those of you that did leave helpful comments as well, because that is always extremely useful to me, because maybe there's something that I didn't know, and it's all helping to make the series that much more interactive as well. I love that. I love that when that happens. Okay, so I'm actually going to be going for the bottom one, because this is going to give us, I think, more of a benefit than the other one. So we'll do that. And then what's the next one here? Double relationship gain by resolved issues with artisans, and double relationship gain by resolved issues with merchants. Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, and then this obviously depends if you are a governor or not of a town, which is something that we're probably never ever going to be, unfortunately. But, well, it's somewhat useful, I suppose, in a roundabout way. Anyway, I'm going to... I don't know whether I should spec into writing skill or not at this point, because I'm thinking to myself that I would either want to spec more into trade skill, because that's what we're primarily doing, or into medicine. Medicine is something that is extremely... Look at this! What? This is an absolutely crazy perk. Wow. But... I mean, if I want to survive, because this is the Ironman challenge, if I want to survive, then this is a perfect skill to take. Wow, yeah. This is actually kind of crazy. Recover 10 HP lost after each offensive battle? Whoa. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Wow, there's some really, really awesome stuff there, but I'm gonna go for, gonna double down on the whole trade thing, and we're just gonna go for 5 focus points in that, because I'm doing so much trading, it just makes all the sense in the world to try and get more of it. So, now that we're maxed out on trading, let's try and do a little bit more, but obviously I am still going to try and do my very best in gaining as many wonderful battles as we can. Ooh, very nice. Okay, we got some new boots. And now that I have 10,000 gold, I think we might be able to go over to Epicrotia relatively soon and maybe get a workshop up and running over there. I think that would be really cool. But obviously we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. So, I'm just selling my goods here just purely for the fact that I think I could probably get more money from a town or something, but it doesn't really affect our trade skill as it is, so shouldn't really be too bad. And you know what, I'm just taking a look at some of the armor here, because I know that a number of you said that it might be a cool idea to get some upgraded armor, just purely for the fact that it is going to help us survive. Although, in my experience, if I am going to die, usually it's from a mistake that I've made, and it doesn't really matter what kind of armor I'm wearing, but still, it is going to help. That is for certain. So it would probably make sense for me to spend some money on something here, but I'm just taking a look at some of the options. Like, for example, I'm thinking probably... Oh, wow, this is 26. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird how they change so dramatically. So I'm looking at body armor, obviously. And right now, as you can see, this gives 31 body armor. This gives 34, and then a distribution of other things a little bit differently. But it seems to me like the Imperial mail over leather is looking pretty good right now. Even the Imperial cavalry armor is a little bit less good. Or maybe not, because it actually does provide more leg and arm armor. Yeah, this is obviously looking the best. But obviously I'm not entirely sure what we'll do with that kind of stuff just yet. Let's just take a look at the various other goods that they have here, because I do want to go over to Epicrotia. I don't know what's good there, though. That's the problem. I'm thinking we'll probably buy... Oh, some sheep? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of buying sheep, actually, because it's going to give me the herd deficit. Let's buy 15 of those. 15 of those guys. Yeah, not a big fan, gotta say. Not a big fan. I like moving super fast on the world map as much as we possibly can, because generally, time is money, friend. And I would very much like to try and reduce the amount of time it takes for us to get from point A to point B. Although, it may very well give us the opportunity to fight some additional bandits, because sometimes you gotta stop and slaughter the bandits. Alright, so sheep are not really selling for that much here. Yeah, yes, this is maybe going to be a bit problematic. Ooh, you can sell cotton at Hubyar and indeed at Razi for a very significant amount. And now that I have more carry capacity, I'm much more likely to take a bit of a gamble on some trade goods. I think that would probably be quite nice. Let's go over to Epicrotia first, though. I now have only 9,000 gold, so it might very well be that I am shooting myself in the foot before I arrive, but I'm hopeful that the goods that I currently have will probably see fit to get us where we need to be with our monetary situation. So let me actually just go here real quick, because scouting skill has been improved. 5% movement bonus during nighttime, or a 2% movement bonus during daytime. Yeah, this is great. I think they've done a fantastic job on revamping the scouting skills, because this used to be, in my opinion, basically a useless choice, because one was 2% during the day, and one was, no, wait, no, it was 1% during the day, and 2% at night, and that was it. And I thought that it was basically pointless. It doesn't really matter what you select, because it's such a minuscule gain that it's not really going to give you anything. But this increased vision range as well is super, super good. I will be going for the 5% movement speed bonus. That is just a done deal right there. You know, being able to move faster at night is perfect for pretty much every single aspect. And let's have a look here. Yep, as I thought. Look at this. Okay, this is absolutely perfect. We can sell cotton here for a massive amount. I just bought it for 60, around 50. So I'm going to be doubling my money pretty much almost instantly. I'm going to only be selling 10 of it. And we can also sell the sheep. And now we're going to be making 1,900, and now I can also sell my grain, which I bought for 7. Oh yeah, I'm liking it, Okay, so there you go, so that is 3,100 right there, and I would like to be able to now speak to one of these guys, and hopefully... Oh yeah, quick talk. No, I do not want a quick talk. I want to actually, go into the town. I keep forgetting that. It's nice to have that new option, though. 100% really nice. Okay, so let's have a look here. Smithy is usually the way to go. There's the smithy. Alright. Generally, what I like to do is I like to go over to where the smithy is based by default. because I assume maybe the AI knows something that I don't, and I don't really want to place another smithy in the same town, because that might very well make things a little bit harder for us in the long run. But anyway, let's buy... Okay, it's going to be 15,000. Alright. That's a little bit different than what I anticipated. I thought it might be about 13. Oh, I don't even have 13. What an imbecile I am. Oh well, never mind. Okay. I was very much hoping. Very much hoping. Okay, so is there anything else that I may be able to buy here and then sell on for a decent profit? Let's see. Well, cotton is doing fantastically in Razzie even now, which is pretty crazy. Sheep are also doing pretty well. Alright. Yeah, so we're just going to keep that Morningstar in our inventory right now until we come across a situation that is going to be a little bit dire for us. And I think what I'll do... You know, a smithy in Maranath is also really good. Maybe we can get a better deal there. Well, there is something that we can get an extremely good deal on here, and that is indeed the cotton. So I'm going to be selling all of the cotton here for a massive, massive profit. And now let's actually take a brief look at something here. Because I have just come from Saniopa, it makes sense to take a look at some of the things that are going to be selling for a decent amount over there, because, let's face it, anytime we can make a trade route that literally goes from point A to point B to point A to point B and again, and actually does continue to give us a pretty significant profit, that is one that we would love to do over and over. So let's see whether we can actually do that. Tools are looking not so good. Iron ore usually should be fantastic. Can sell iron ore at Epicrotia for 60. Somehow I don't believe it. I don't know why. Somehow I don't believe that, because it just doesn't make that much sense. I can buy grain here for 8. Might be alright. Yeah, Oxhall for 47. That might be pretty good. Ah, here we go. Beer. Beer and wine is doing alright, although it is going to increase in price quite considerably as you buy it. So it might not be that good. I'm going to buy quite a bit of beer, I think. And what about the hardwood? No, hardwood's not doing so well. Saniopa is okay for clay too, but I'm not going to buy it when it hits 15. There we go. Let's buy some more grain as well, just in case. I mean, at such a cheap price, you can pretty much go anywhere and then sell it for a decent amount, even if you have to take a loss. It's always good to have some food on you anyway. And as I've said before, I'm not trying to level up steward skill or anything like that at the moment. I'm just literally trying to set up a fantastic economy for us. And once we have our economy set up, I'll be able to spread out and try to do more and more to conquer the entire world. In other words, you know, try to maybe become a vassal of someone, or if I am exceedingly lucky, I might even be able to make my own faction. Obviously, this is still very early days. Ooh, I can sell Sumpter horses for 208. What? They have none. I can literally sell Sumpter horses for 281 here. Well, that is pretty significant. Don't know whether I should... Do I want to do that? Yeah, I think I probably want to sell the wine here too. That is a pretty significant gain as well. Let's sell the clay here as well, and we can sell... now selling the grain here is basically not even worth it, in my opinion. And Saniopa buys iron for a decent amount. Grapes. No, not so good there either. What about hides? Saniopa doesn't even buy those by the looks of things. No, nothing else. Alright, so hog is doing alright, but as we've seen, hog is not really needed in that many places, and it doesn't give you any trade rumors about animals, unfortunately. So you're going to have to learn these by yourself, which I think is quite cool, because it's kind of like more of an insider knowledge kind of thing. So if you're a very experienced trader, then you're going to have more luck in those aspects than those of us that are potentially not. So here we go. Sumpter horses. Let's buy some, shall we? So, actually, I mean sell some. Yes, so let us sell some and see how much. Yeah, okay. So, I just sold 5, and as you can see, the price went down pretty dramatically. However, I think I would like to sell some more, actually. There we go. Another 3,000. Yeah, I think we can get away with a little bit more. And maybe another. There we go. All right, so we now literally just made 4,500. I am super pleased about that. And now look at this. Hello there, villagers. I will speak to you. This is thanks to those of you that told me about this as well, by the way. So here we go. Look at this. This is what these guys have. They have 12 old workhorses, which is absolutely fantastic because that's exactly what I need. And they also have a bunch of sheep and everything too. This is going to be 1,800 for all of it. I obviously have no idea if this is actually going to work out, but this is actually a really fun way to do trading, in my opinion, because it gives you some random goods and then is basically saying to you, go, young one, try to sell all of this wonderful stuff to whoever will take it. And that's basically how it's going here. So I think that's pretty cool. I actually like that quite a bit. And there you go. We now got 13,000 from 10. So that's pretty good, in my opinion, at least. And we are still moving decently fast, actually. Pretty good. And we don't have any herd deficit either, which is exactly what I was wanting to avoid by selling the sheep there. Because, again, I don't really like moving that slowly. Ah, here we go. We've got some looters. I do need to level up my forces as well, still. That's also something I should not neglect to do. And that's also something that's a little bit sad about not being a member of a faction. But the thing is, if I'm doing trading primarily to earn money and to set up my economy, it is going to be very difficult for me to enter into any kind of contract, even if it is only a mercenary contract. So let's just tell all my infantry to hold position there, tell my archers to move into position as well. Oh, nice. You know, I really need a new spear. I feel like my spear is not doing as much damage as it should with such a significant speed bonus. Is it just me? Not entirely sure. Maybe it's just me. Get him. Yeah, there we go. 47 in polearms. Never would have expected it with only 2 focus points. But there you go. Easy victory. So yeah, I think actually what we're also going to be doing is we're going to be going into more difficult territory to fight bandits quite soon. But the main thing that I'm doing right now, as I've said, is literally just trading. But to level up my forces, I would go into Sturgia territory, and I would also go into Azurai. Azurai territory also has some very, very good places to fight bandits, and also Khuzait territory is also good. Alright, so I have desert horses here that I could literally sell for 410, so you definitely were right about that, that's for sure, because that fellow that told me about the horse trading, going from the Azurai and buying all that stuff, buying all the horses, and then, you know, literally coming up here and selling them for such a significant profit. It is amazing. Very impressed indeed about that. Alright, so anything else that I want to do here? Silver ore could potentially sell for a decent amount, but not really as it stands right now. Okay, so shall we try to sell some stuff? Shall we try to sell some horses? I don't know whether I should, to be honest, but I kind of want to because it is going to get us such a significant amount. Desert horse, look at this, 3,800. Wow. Okay, it's going to significantly reduce our speed. It's going to cut it in half, but we're gaining 5,000 from that, which I think is pretty much worth it, no? Don't you think that's worth it? I think that's pretty much worth it. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to get another caravan. Let's get another caravan. Let's just say blech to the other workshop. Let's just say blech to that, and we'll see what else we can get here. So let's get I can't get another caravan just yet. I need to go and try and find companion. So there we go. There we go. Easy enough. Yes, easy enough to find a caravan. Thank you very much. Okay, I wish to form a caravan. 10,000 it's going to take. And Shala the hyena, who seems to have a relatively fitting culture for us to take him, is going to be doing that. Alright, so we can also buy some mules and sumpter horses here too, and literally what we could do is go straight up again. Oh, I can sell the beer here for a decent amount too. Look at that. Let's sell as much beer as we can. Yeah, that's why I think it's super fun to speak to those villagers and literally just go, hey, I'm gonna buy all your stuff for random amounts of, random amounts of things, and then literally just sell them wherever I can for a profit. I think that's actually really enjoyable. And I've said multiple times actually that I think that the trading in Bannerlord is some of the most satisfying that you can get. And it very much reminds me of the old, I think it's called Frontier. Isn't it called Frontier or something like that? So it's a Flash game long time ago. Kind of like an economic simulator where you ran around on like a pirate ship or something like that. And you could customize it and you could hire people to help you and all that stuff. And you would be buying things and then selling them for a profit and so on and so forth. So it was very cool in my opinion. Okay, so we're going to do a similar thing here. I'm going to buy a bunch of mules. I don't know whether the mules are going to sell for that much, but we'll see what happens, actually. Okay, so we're going to go back to Rote because I noticed that a number of goods that I found in Jarmaris were very much more being sold at Rote. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here. I also should go back to Lagata too if they still do not have that many horses. As you can see, they are buying mules for a massive amount too, which is great. So let's sell a whole bunch of these. And we bought them for 26. Bear that in mind. We bought them for 26. I feel like a bit of a criminal actually right now. Feel like a bit of a criminal. That's how economics works, isn't it? Yes. Let's not even mention it. Let's not even mention it. Okay, so furs, yes, they are selling for a massive amount. I'd either have to go down to Azurai territory to get a better price, or nothing in this case. So I'll just be selling this. The linen is fantastic as well. Bought this for about 60, so we can sell all of that. Pottery, bought it for 38. So selling that here, and we'll make a small profit on the wine as well. 9,000. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I like it. I like it. All right, there you go. That is fantastic. Still, it's kind of weird how I literally only made 3 trade skill points. I feel like I should make much more than that. I mean, maybe that's just me. Seems like the developers have not fixed the whole caravan thing either, because usually what would be happening now is I'd be gaining trade skill over time if the particular skill was working. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be. Step horses actually sell for a decent amount here too. However, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to be buying the rest of the mules. Should I sell some of them? I kind of want to sell some of them. I'm going to sell some of them just so that it nullifies all of the cost to take the mules, and then we'll go and take the mules over to Lagata. Never would have expected horses to be able to sell for so much, especially in Empire territory. I would have expected this maybe in, I don't know, maybe in Vlandian territory. Oh, look at that. Look at how much money we're gaining now. Just purely because Jaime the Golden is living up to his name indeed, and he is providing the gold. Oh, yes. Very nice. Ooh, I'm looking for that. That is great. Okay, so once we get to Lagata as well, we're going to take a task, and we're going to try and do a little bit of something, because it's been a while since we've done a task, even though it is, in my opinion, probably not as profitable as what we can do here already, just by, wheeling and dealing, so to speak. Alright, so can't sell the mules for as much, can sell the step horses here for a pretty decent amount. So I guess I'll sell another 5 of those. They're literally buying these like hotcakes. What? I feel kind of bad for selling all of them, to be honest, because even though it is giving us a massive profit, it is kind of making us really slow now. And oh yeah, my herd As you can see, the herd... Oh, dear. Yeah, it's because I have so many mules. That's the problem. So now that I've completely removed all of the horses that my infantry were using to run around on, now we're moving even slower. Okay, hopefully Ortisia has some better prices for mules and I'll be able to sell them here. No, the mules are actually not doing that well here either. That is kind of a shame. But I can't expect it to be good everywhere, of course. So we'll just sell all the random armor that I have. Army of poachers. Okay, yeah, sure. I'm happy to do that. And... Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get another one of these guys. And can you see what I'm gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna get another caravan. Oh yes. Okay, so now we're going to be speaking to this guy and saying, hey, can I help you with these poachers? Sounds good to me. And there they are. Okay, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, anyone else that I can get to be recruited? Yeah, I can get some more of those bushwhackers. That's pretty good. And there goes Oliver down there. And what is this particular... the village is not really doing that much. Alright, so let's fight the poachers. We can either negotiate or fight them. I think we're just going to fight them because that puts me in more danger. I know it seems kind of counterintuitive, but for the Ironman challenge, I don't want to be hiding away. You know, I want to be putting myself in harm's way as much as I can, because that is indeed the whole point. Okay, so let's see if we can apparently cause my horse to neigh and get stuck. There we go. Perfect. Can you believe it? I almost literally got stuck. I think you can. I think you can believe it from me. Can't you? Okay, let's move my forces ahead a little bit. I've got to be a bit careful here. Don't really want to get shot in the face. Yeah, there we go. Nice little bit of damage done. Nice. Okay, I'm going to tell my infantry to charge in, and my archers will hopefully be able to support the infantry. Oh, there we go. Never mind. We've done so much damage that they are now just running, and my spear skills have apparently left me. I sold them. Yes. Okay, well, I guess I could just leave that guy to run away. I don't really mind, as long as we've completed the task. I did lose 3 units. 2 of them were recruits. Actually, 3 of them were all recruits. So I guess that's not too bad. And we do get to take the poachers. And speaking of that, there is actually something we can do in the village here. Ooh, this leather is fantastic too. Look at that. I literally get to take the leather, and then I can sell it for a very significant amount. Now here's the thing, look at this. This landowner needs manual laborers, and as you can see in my party right now, I actually have a pretty significant amount. I've got 13 of these guys. So generally, this is justice, no? Because these poachers were trying to prey upon these villagers, and if I sell them over to these guys as, well, what it is, it's basically slave labor, right? Then it's kind of like justice, right? So let's see what happens. 13. Don't I have 13? I do. That is actually hilarious. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I brought you a few men. There we are. Done. 1,300 for free. Instant. That was basically instant. Fantastic. There's another band of looters. I would like to fight those looters, but I am so weighed down by my herd at the moment that I probably will not be able to. Yes. I probably won't be able to fight them. How fast are they moving? 4.8. We're moving at 3.3 without disorganized status. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm actually going to have to go over to Sargot. Caravan is being attacked right now, but hopefully they're going to survive. That is the only... See, now that is the only problem with caravans. They are indeed going to be attacked. Workshops... You have no issues with those, unless, of course, your opponent, whoever you're kind of annoyed at, or whoever's annoyed with you, if you are a mercenary or a part of a faction or something like that, then obviously the workshop needs to be strategically chosen in that case. But as I am neutral with everyone at the moment, I don't have that to worry about, which is great. Okay. Yep. Perfect. Can sell the mules here. Oh yeah. I'll sell basically all of them, I think. Herd capacity is looking pretty good right now. Herd has gone. Okay, that's great. And as you can see, they're also hurting for other horses as well. So if I did come up here with some desert horses, I would be able to make insane bank. I'm actually going to sell all of the horses that I can. 3 trade skill. Oh yeah. Give me all of that. Thank you very much. Alright, so what we're going to do as well is I'm basically wanting to just wait here until a band of villagers comes along, and I'll do the same thing again where I just buy some randomized goods from them, and we'll see what happens, because I personally feel like that was extremely fun. Unfortunately, I seem to only be seeing caravans at the moment. I don't know whether I'm able to do the same thing with caravans, but apparently there's some weird stuff going on. I'm not entirely sure why they're not giving me the ability to fight. 40! Hello. Oh, yes. Let's do it. Okay, oh, yeah, we got a whole bunch of people leveling up, too. Okay, we're just going to go for some more archers here. I'm going to go for some tribesmen there. Freebooters. Well, this is looking quite, well, dangerous, actually. Yeah, this might be problematic. Okay, so I have 8 infantry. Not really liking... I mean, they're just bandits, right? They're just regular looters. Yeah, they're just regular looters. I thought to myself for a second that we were fighting against actual forest bandits, which would have been bad. That would have been pretty much a done deal in the case of the Ironman challenge. I think that probably would have been a fail almost instantly, because they are just so good. They really are so incredibly good. Get them. Yeah, so many deaths. Oh yeah, get them all. Get them all. Okay, I'd like to do some more damage, please. Oh yes. Okay, yeah. All of the morale was just absolutely fantastic. Tell the infantry to charge in, and we'll try and pick off some of the survivors, because no doubt they're maybe a little bit low in HP. Or perhaps not. Okay, I guess I'll just shoot them in the back like an honorable individual would. Yes, there we go. Fantastic. Kind of need to stay still. Oh, hit him in the shoulder. Nice. Ah, almost got him. Oh well, never mind. We'll let him go. He earned it. He earned it, even though I did hit him in the shoulder. He probably needs to go to a nearby medic. I don't even know whether he's going to be able to do that, because in these times, I mean, a wound is going to be pretty hard to get seen to, potentially, especially if you're a bandit. But hopefully he has someplace nearby. Anyway, let's see what else I can do here. Let's get some more archers. Seems like archer-based armies are certainly the way to go, at least for me at the moment. And now the trade rumors are flowing freely. Look at that list. Oh, that is a crazy good list right there. So if I was close to Amprila right now, I'd love to be able to just offload all of these pieces of oil, but obviously I can't do that right now. So I'm going to have a look at Sargot. Seems like pottery sells for a decent amount at Sargot, so I'm going to buy a whole bunch of that. Bear in mind, I don't have a huge amount of space right now, due to me obviously getting rid of a huge amount of my carry capacity. But yeah, I can sell a bit of this grain at least, and the oil is actually going to sell at Sargot for how much? For nothing, actually. Apparently they're not buying oil for any amount whatsoever, so obviously that's not going to happen. But they are indeed going to be buying olives for a decent amount, so I'll buy a bunch of those. There we go. Anything else? Leather? Sargot buys it for 201. Yeah, don't really want to do that. Don't really want to do that. So yeah, we're just going to do this, and then we'll move on. There is a band of bandits here for 20 or so, but I kind of just want to get over to Sargot and get rid of these goods so that I can finally return back down to Aserai territory and continue our trading empire. Now, here's the thing. The reason why we're trading is twofold. One, it is relatively safe money gain. Obviously, we're still going to be doing bandit fights, as you've no doubt seen. We're still going to be doing those bandit fights. We're still going to be putting ourselves in harm's way as much as we possibly can, because otherwise, what sense does it make, you know? And also, getting an economy, especially in an Ironman challenge, is probably one of the greatest things you can do, because if you do that, then you don't have to worry about anything, pretty much, going forward, except keeping yourself alive. And that, obviously, is going to be the thing that will take the most concentration from me most of the time. Oh, yes. I know, it's hard to believe. Ooh, staying alive? Me? Really? Ah, yes. Okay. So, otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buy a whole bunch of flax. Unfortunately, it seems like I will need to buy... Oh, look at that. I can actually buy some mules here. Not as cheap as I would like, but I'm going to buy some just so that I can increase a little bit of my carry capacity here, because we do have a little bit to go here. And we will now sell the olives too, because I bought these for about 12, I think. And we can also sell the fish. There we go. And we could buy even more flax if we wanted to. Is there anything else here? No. Flax is selling for a decent amount at... Phykeon and Iakis, hilariously enough. Okay, I guess I'll just buy a little bit more of it. I'm still getting 3,200 though, by the way. Insanity. Insanity. Okay, so Diathma is somewhere that I definitely need to get to, and I know for sure that there are a number of grain villages along the way. So what I'll do is I'll make my way over here, buy as much grain as I can, and then head over to Diathma and hopefully try and sell that as much as I can offload. Without me going over encumbered. But otherwise, that will be it for this episode. If you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like. I thank you very much for watching and for all of your helpful info, tips, and all that stuff. I'll see you next time.